The transition of the human race from hunting and gathering species to a settling species because of discoveries made by the human mind to cultivate the land and instead of reaping fruits and moving from pasture to pasture, shelter to shelter, season to season, has produced an era of antagonism and wars between human groups. The settlement of human groups has instigated a sense of solidarity and care for the small community against other groups and against other dangerous species. In ancient civilizations like Mesopotamia, Egypt, Greece, slavery took many forms, starting with war prisoners, but this phenomenon has taken its most heinous form when it became a trade. A human being no longer needed to be a war prisoner or to be an indebted individual to be taken as a slave, but rather, as unimaginably horrible as it was, a group of people would attack another community, supposedly for the sake of civilization, but simply for the sole reason of enslaving the people of that community and present them as a precious product and a cog in a machine, namely capital owners. England, being the superpower of the 18th and 19th century and the cradle of industrialism, occupying vast areas of the earth, was a key factor in making the slaves trade much more profitable. Of course, aligned with or in parallel with other empires and superpowers, namely the French, Spanish, Portuguese empires, which landed heavily on the Americas. On the 24th of August, 1759, a man named William Wilberforce was born. He was born in Yorkshire, England, being the son of a successful merchant. William inherited his family's wealth and fortune, basically made of maritime trade with the Baltic countries. In 1784, William Wilberforce became a member of Parliament elected for Yorkshire and remained so until 1812. During this period, a man named James Ramsay, who was a surgeon and was at that time working as a pastor on an island called St. Kitts. James Ramsay spent 3 years writing a book in which he was describing the horrible conditions in which slaves were living in on those islands. The book called on the treatment and conversion of African slaves in the British sugar colonies. This book contributed tremendously in raising public awareness in England about the conditions in which these people were forced to live in. In November 1786, William Wilberforce received a letter from Sir Charles Middleton. And this letter was an encouragement to William Wilberforce in order to further the cause of the abolition of slavery in Parliament. William Wilberforce, after spending most of his energy inspired by his deeply sourced sense of bringing about Christian teachings of equality and mercy, he was involved in gathering evidence and presenting motions in order to break the social consensus and make a plan for moving forward in his endeavors. The matter back then was almost unthinkable at the very least, because it meant going against the most powerful individuals and corporations. If we are to compare it in our modern times, it's like fighting to increase taxes on wealth and on international and multinational gigantic financial and economic corporations. Despite his sickness and health deterioration, William Wilberforce managed to keep the struggle alive, of course, aligned with other abolitionists like Charles Fox and William Grenfell. This philosophical struggle through institutions and public opinion within the years caused the bill to pass by a vote of 283 to 16 in Parliament. The Slavery Act passed in 1833 and was effective in 1834. This act freed more than 800,000 enslaved people in the British colonies. This act proves that the religious inspiration or religious teachings can be channeled through civic struggle and institutions to bring in what is good to human life. Civic struggle, being grounded in a nation, makes it feel proud and forward-looking to establishing means of guaranteeing everyone's freedom and liberties and rights. William Wilberforce, due to his health issues and physical deterioration, decided to resign from his position and leaving the leadership of the emancipation campaign to others. Despite this fact, William Wilberforce kept traveling around the country and giving speeches on the importance of this emancipation campaign or emancipation movement. In July 29, 1833, William Wilberforce died, leaving behind him a legacy of struggle and commitment to a noble cause. If you like the content of this video, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com